company. Stop the car.
What? What?
Stop! Go, reverse! Laura, this is me.
Buddy, parallel contact, babe?
Well, you've always said that you wished you'd met me earlier. Here I am.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2022 action science fiction film The Adam Project, a film that is directed by Shawn Levy and it stars Ryan Reynolds, Walter Scobel, Mark Ruffalo, Jennifer Garner, Zoe Saldana and Catherine Keener. Now essentially this is like a time travel movie and Ryan Reynolds plays Adam, who comes back from the year 2050 back to 2022 in order to essentially to try and find his wife who's gone missing, Zoe Saldana. But essentially in the future there is the Catherine Keener character who is controlling the future by using time travel, and she's gone back in the past, changed the future, all this kind of stuff, the usual kind of thing you get in time travel films. But the Ryan Reynolds character in 2022 makes contact with the younger version of himself, young Adam, played by Walter Scobel. They team up in order to try and track down his wife and stop the evil Catherine Keener in the future. Right, what are my thoughts on The Adam Project? Well, I saw the trailer for this a couple of weeks ago, as probably many of you did, and I thought the film looked a lot of fun. And after watching it, I have to say I had a great time with this film. It reminded me a lot of Ready Player One, the Steven Spielberg film, and I think Shawn Levy is one of those directors that can kind of give films that spin, that almost Spielbergian feel films. J.J. Abrams has done it with some of his films. I think Shawn Levy does it as well, like really good, feel-good movies. And this is no exception. I really, really did enjoy it. Now, in regards to, I think, what prevents this from becoming like a real classic is its lack of a real strong villain, I suppose. They've got like faceless villains, and the Catherine Keener character. It's the usual, evil person wants to control the future by controlling the past. It's the usual timey-wimey stuff we've seen in time travel films done over and over again, and it doesn't really have an awful lot of originality going for it in that sense. But what it does have going for it is some really good casting. Now, Ryan Reynolds, we know Ryan Reynolds is going to be good. We know Ryan Reynolds is going to be entertaining. We've seen it time and time again. This Ryan Reynolds character that he keeps playing in these movies, which is like essentially him with his personality dialed up to 11. We've seen it countless times over the last few years, and it's starting to become tiresome. I think a lot of us are feeling that, even though we still quite enjoy watching him. Well, we get a little bit of a different performance here. Yes, you still get the jokes. Yes, you still get the cracks and the one-liners, and it's still Ryan Reynolds for the large part of the film. But you also get to experience the actor, because he does have a few tender scenes in this film. He has a scene with as the old Adam having an interaction with his mum. And they're talking about young Adam and things like that, and it's a very touching scene. And there's another couple of moments in the film when he's having scenes with Zoe Saldana and Mark Ruffalo where it's easy to forget that this guy's an actor and he can act. And it was nice to see him being allowed to do that and have these tender moments. He wasn't just a one-dimensional joke cracking character that we usually get in these films. So I did appreciate that. It did feel like a slightly different Ryan Reynolds that we've got recently. I was incredibly impressed with Walter Scobel, who plays the young Adam. Brilliant. You always take a risk with young actors. I thought he had fantastic chemistry with Ryan Reynolds, and I thought he was a great little performer, and I think he's probably got a very strong future. But I thought that the casting overall in this film really hit the mark. I thought everybody had great chemistry, including Ryan Reynolds and Zoe Saldana. I thought they had good chemistry in regards to, being husband and wife. They maybe didn't share the screen long enough. Would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that developed. And Mark Ruffalo was a joy in this film as well. Yes, you could argue he's getting typecast as a scientist, but he's great. He's like the father of time travel in this film, which is why they need to kind of hunt him down. in order to seek his help out at stopping the Catherine Keener character. But again, great chemistry between him, Ryan Reynolds, and Walter Scobel. And I had a good time with this film. It's undeniably entertaining. It's got some great effects. It's got some great action sequences, but it also knows when to dial it down and give you the quieter moments and let you breathe a little bit. Sometimes these films are just overly polished with action set scene after action set scene, and it becomes too much. Whereas this one knows when to give you these moments, knows when to give you these action scenes, and I thought it was paced absolutely brilliantly. It's about an hour and 3/4 long, something like that, but it doesn't feel like it's that long. It's beautifully paced. It's actually got a real good heart at the centre of it as well. There is a little bit of like a family relationship drama going on in there that, again, I think they could have expanded on it a little bit more. For me, it was just a shame that the Catherine Keener character just wasn't fleshed out. We didn't get to see any of the future, like what it's like in 2050. You know, he describes it as, you've seen the Terminator, right, when he's talking to young Adam and says, yeah, he says, imagine that, but worse kind of thing. Okay, well, let's show us it, you know. Show us a little bit of the future. How bad is it, you know? And we don't really get that, you know, and how this Catherine Keener character kind of rises to power sort of thing. We get hints at it because she does the old Back to the Future thing and goes back and meets her younger self and gives her the information that she needs to rule the world type of thing. And again, this is sometimes the problem with time travel films. There's bits and pieces in this film where they're giving exposition because they have to, because it's a time travel film. And sometimes the best time travel films, you don't have to over-explain it. We don't really care. It's, as long as you entertain us, that's all we really care about. And thankfully, this film manages to pull the entertaining part off. If you probably sit and think about it too much, you'll probably be able to pull at the thread and find consistent issues and problems with the film. But I thought it was highly entertaining. I had a really, really good time with it. And I'm going to give this one a good, strong 8.5 out of 10. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more reviews on the channel very, very soon.